one of my more recent classes is I have a database of over 78,000 apartment homes, over 300 properties. And what I did is I take the information before I implemented my program or my, the evolution of maintenance. Once I implement that, I took an average of the previous 3 years. I scrubbed all the names. I can tell you how large the property was. I can tell you what type of property it was, what class it was, things like that. Not all the names, not all who owned it, not all of that stuff. What I do is I take those things and I can show the contrast, and I can say, hey, 365 days after implementation, we saved 17% on this. We saved 11% on this, even though we introduced over that time frame literally tens of thousands of preventive maintenance work orders. We still reduced our work order load by over 12%. I could even take certain types, like it's the test properties, right? We took a property that the HVAC was horrible. We went down there for a week. We did everything that should have been done, buttoned up everything, checked everything, cleaned everything, and then we saw the difference. And we changed the filters twice a year. We did, but at the end of that, not only did we have 26% less work orders, which, where you used to do 4, now you're only doing 3, but we were able to do them 50% faster because we were avoiding the catastrophic failures that took extended periods of time. So we were doing 3/4 of the work twice as fast because we spent a little bit of time actually doing the preventive maintenance the way that it should have been. Those are the type of things that I bring. They're a little bit outside the box thinking, but I have a class to talk about. I call it maintenance Zen. Is how do you build a maintenance culture? How do you build a department? And it's okay. Some in my experience, I've had companies that have had really great culture and they follow up on it and it's part of everything that they do. And I have some companies whose culture is a plaque on the wall and they never talk about it. But it doesn't mean you can't have your own maintenance culture in your own department. And what do you center that on? What are your goals? And you don't stray from that. And most everybody's goal is to be safe, right? So you never make a decision that's going to put somebody in danger to save money because that's counterintuitive to what you want to accomplish.
That's right.
And you have to make those decisions time and time again. And you have to be another thing that I have found, and I'm sure this is true for most people, but especially in maintenance, once you can establish a way of doing things and a methodology, and you can consistently keep that standard, you tweak it along the way. But if you're blowing up what you're doing every 3 months, it's very hard for people to become efficient at their jobs because they're constantly having to learn a new way of doing this or a new order of doing this or a new philosophy of why we do this. That's why we keep it very simple: safe, functional, clean, timely, in that order.